My name is Gray Wolf, and I'm a social media manager.
Awesome. How did the show impact you today?
Well, for me, it really kind of got to me because I kind of grew up in a home that was broken. My father left when I was really young, and before he left, he was really abusive and kind of, really impacted me in that aspect that people were able to speak up about it, and the fact that they were, and it kind of hit at home for me, and I know it's at home for millions of other kids out there, and I really hope that everybody gets this message and takes it to heart because it's a real thing.
Would you recommend Epic to schools, and if so, why?
I would because there's not a lot of kids out there that speak up for themselves, and firsthand I know that because I didn't for years.
Hi, my name is Danielle, and I'm a student here at Copper Point.
Can you tell me how the show impacted you?
It impacted me because I saw that there was a lot of people who've been through so many things. They changed their life and turned it completely around. They were going down the bad path, but they made the decision to make the right choice. I do recommend Epic to schools because I feel like there's a lot of kids or even adults who are going through some stuff and they're too afraid to come up, they're too ashamed, but like a program like this, it shows you that you shouldn't be ashamed to come up and you shouldn't be ashamed to, change your life around.
My name's Thomas, and I'm a middle school administrator.
How did the show impact you today?
Oh, it was just very impactful. First of all, as a father, I came here with my 13-year-old son, and it was very impactful for him. And as a school administrator, it's great to see young people sending such a positive message, and it's a great intervention.
Well, as a school teacher, would you recommend Epic to schools, and if so, why?
Absolutely. These are some really serious topics that are usually discussed behind closed doors with a counselor, an administrator, a teacher. So, to bring these topics to the forefront really help kids that are, going through these issues on a daily basis.
I'm Destiny. I'm a freshman at Copper Point. This show impacted me. It's so hard to explain. It was so amazing, and it's great having role models and seeing people who go through the same things that we do, and it's good to know that there are other people who are able to share their stories and share how they overcame it.
My name is Kristen Ragnus. I am a high school art teacher, and I'm actually starting graduate school to be a high school counselor.
Awesome. How did the show impact you today?
Everything about it was so powerful to me, especially being an art teacher and seeing all of these people use their really creative talents to tell their story and kind of express how they've overcome obstacles. And going into school counseling too, I think it's really important to share these stories that a lot of people don't want to talk about in a really creative way. I would absolutely recommend it to schools just because, again, I think it's something that people don't really want to talk about or aren't willing to talk about, and it's a way to present it with real life scenarios that people can learn from and realize that anybody can overcome these obstacles in their life.
I'm David. I'm a student at Swallow High School.
How did the show impact you today?
Well, it just kind of really reached home, especially because with what they were dealing with addiction, because I've been there. I've tried to quit by myself so many times.
Would you recommend Epic to schools or churches, and if so, why?
Yeah, I would. It just seems to be really helpful, and it kind of just touches everything.
My name is Jill, and I work with kindergarten students.
Awesome. How did the show impact you today?
It impacted me very deeply. I'm a mom as well as working with children, and it really impacted me with the drug addiction. It's so important that these messages get out to young people because it can affect you at any age, and it doesn't matter who you are or where you live. We're in the middle of this now, and if they can get this message and the hope and see those chains broken, then it could make all the difference in the world.
My name is Nefertari White. I am a psychotherapist at Community Mental Health Center, Kodak Behavioral Health.
How did the show impact you today?
It was powerful, inspirational, courageous, really authentic. innovative, awesome.
Would you recommend EPIC to churches or pastors, and if so, why?
Absolutely, because it was authentic, because it was something that speaks to everybody. There's diversity. It speaks about the things that are impacting people now, real stuff.
My name is Joseph McKnight, and I am the principal at Copper Point Schools.
How did the show impact you today?
It was powerful. It was powerful, and it impacted my students more than anything.
Would you recommend EPIC to other schools, and if so, why?
Hands down, especially if they are part of the Safe and Supportive Schools initiative, because it addresses all the goals that we're trying to address, especially the important issues with our students, the drugs, the violence, the sex that they're faced with, and that initiative tries to address those concerns in the schools. And so it plays into that perfectly, and the students relate to the stories that are told and to those that are presenting.